Good evening, I'm back. I'm your host, Jack Remington of the Jack Remington NFL channel. Last week we were 4 wins, 1 loss. The one loss we had the Jets. Had the Jets plus 3.5. They were 5. They had been punting. It was their 10th punt of the game, and the Jets had to punt. They had been punting the ball out of bounds. I mean, it's a pretty decent team. Robert Saleh, remember that name? He's gonna be around for a while. He's assembled a great team with the New York Jets. I think Woody Johnson's learned his lesson about dealing with coaches, because of Bill Belichick 25 years ago, when Bill Belichick was the coach for one day and he quits. He said, I'm not working for the Jets. So I'm sure Woody Johnson's not going to send him a turkey on Thanksgiving Day today because of that. Because can you imagine what happened if Bill Belichick, this is not part of the script, this is take 3. But could you imagine what happened with that Jets franchise if Woody Johnson would have reassured Bill Belichick that he would have total control of the team and what he has with Robert Kraft? Could you imagine what happened with that? Well, anyway, let's go over the 5 picks really quick, because I need to use one of the picks that are on today. And I rarely play a Thursday game. And this is the first time in probably years I've played a Thursday game. I feel pretty strong about this game. I'm taking New England Patriots plus 2.5. They're at the Minnesota Vikings. I'll put the link on below about the big write-up I have on pregame.com. And my name is Spaceman1 on pregame.com. And my picks are documented, and the picks don't change. If I have to do a reversal, if I make a rare mistake, I didn't know the quarterback wasn't going to play, or the coach screwed his assistant coach's wife and got busted in Mexico, or whatever is going on with these other coaches. They got fired and arrested and drunk driving. If I make a reversal, I'll make a separate video. I promise I'll make a separate video. Hey, look, I know I gave this pick out, but I'm betting this way. And I did it one time when Tampa and Oakland played in the Super Bowl many, many years ago. That's a different video for a different day. What I don't have on that big write-up is the part about the Minnesota Vikings. They got smashed so hard, and I just forgot to put this on the write-up on the forum. You don't flip the switch on a team like that, and you only got a couple of days to prepare. Now, I think, and this is why I think New England's going to smash the Vikings, and I even gave a score. That's how strong I feel about this game. So I got to win this game, this one game. I really want to win this one game. My predicted score is New England 34, the Vikings 13. Kirk Cousins has never beaten Bill Belichick. I'm telling you, Bill Belichick, he's going to put those chess pieces in place, and he's going to just send a weak safety. He's going to put 7 in the box, and Derek Cousins beat him. I don't think he can do it, and that's the majority of my handicap. I like the Patriots plus 2.5, and I really, really want to win this game. This far in the season, this is the one game I really want to win, because I got my reputation riding on the line on this one game, which is not a good thing. Second game, we're taking the Bengals minus 1.5. They're at Tennessee. Now, all of a sudden, money's coming in on Tennessee. Now, 2/3 of the tickets coming on Tennessee. And all that Tennessee, they're a home dog. Take them, Vrabel this. He's a great now all of a sudden, now they're parroting what I've been saying about them, like the first part of the season and last year. I felt really good about Tennessee. I even put them on the thumbnail for the playoff game in the divisional round. They got beat by the Bengals in the first round. But that happens. So I love the format. I love Vrabel's format. Run the ball with Derrick Henry. They got a decent front four. Matter of fact, they got the best front four followed for down linemen, followed by the New England Patriots now, and then the Dallas Cowboys in that order. I mean, that's amazing. Bill Belichick knows he's got a turkey with Mac Jones, and read that right up, and you'll see Mac Jones should be flipping Big Macs instead of flipping the football. That's a pretty good write-up. So read it. I'll put the link up there. Read it for yourself. I think the Bengals are going to do it. They would be the 7th seed if the playoffs started today. They'd be hanging on for dear life. In my opinion, I think Baltimore's got the big jump on them, and they already beat the Bengals once. They got to play again, but even if the Bengals beat them, they can't catch them. They need Baltimore to stumble some more. Baltimore's peeled off 4 or 5 wins in a row. Baltimore's got their defense back a little bit. Harbaugh's a great coach in his own right. So the Bengals know they're uphill. And Bengals are a second-half team, and this is part of my handicap. The Tennessee Titans have scored the fewest points in the second half, including the Denver Broncos. They just can't score in the second half. I don't know where they get too conservative. Vrabel's got a weakness somewhere, and they've been getting away with it. They got away with it in the Oakland Raiders game. The Raiders game. You know what I'm talking about. The Las Vegas Raiders. They got away with it in a couple games. But they're not going to get away with the Bengals game. They're a second-half team, and Burrow is getting in shape. And I just like the Bengals. I think the Bengals are going to do it. It's not a hunch. I mean, it's not. If you use your hunches, you're going to lose all your money. You're going to go broke fast. You'll be sleeping in the cardboard boxes in Vegas, in the underground tunnels. You got to have other reasons besides your hunch, who you want to see win. So when you do this, you can't have a favorite team. You got to look at it objectively. Your job is to win units. We're taking the New York Jets. They're home favorite. And now the line got bet up to -6. So the line is set on Wednesday when Fish Sang, the good guy from pregame.com, was doing this simulator contest. So the line's set, but it opened at 4.5. And the guy told me he saw some 3.5 offshore, but I don't have time to sit there and watch the boards, watch the computer screen. But now, because Justin Fields I was told he was ruled out, the line got pushed up to 6, and now it's probably going to go higher. This line's going in one direction, higher. So, but I look for the Jets to smash whoever they put in the quarterback for the Bears. Bears can't stop anybody, so Robert Saleh, remember that name. I'm telling you, he's going to be around for a long time. He's somewhat a great team with the Jets. He's somewhat a great defensive team, and he benched that Zach Wilson, who's such of a piece of a piece of work. I'm not going to waste more watch time talking about his ass. I knew in my heart Saleh would do the right thing. If he's a decent coach whatsoever, he's got to think about his whole team. He can't think about this young kid. And it's not over for the young kid. I mean, we'll see what happens week to week. But Saleh, when I watched his little talk at work last night, he's got a great grasp on his own team. He's not clueless like some of the other coaches. He's not part of the coaching nerds that the NFL is trying to trend toward to get the younger audience, and like Sean McVay, the Staley for the Chargers, who I don't think is a very good coach. But Sean McVay's a great coach, and the Green Bay's Matt LaFleur's a great coach too. Depending on the coaching nerds that they've been getting, they're okay, and I understand why NFL's trying to get the younger guys in there. I get all that. I don't agree with it, but I understand it. But Robert Saleh is not that. He's not the part of the coaching nerd. This guy's he's the Bill Belichick, Tom Coughlin, Jimmy Johnson prototype, and that's why I'm telling you, he's going to be successful. And I keep telling how great the Jets are, video after video, and you're going to start believing me. And the Jets are going to prove it. They're going to smash the hell. I'm looking for. Matter of fact, this is a game I actually feel better about than the New England game. The Jets are going to destroy them. The Bears have no chance. Bears shouldn't even show up. Just get in the hotel, get the booze out, call them for some broads, and have fun. Game number 4. We're taking the Green Bay Packers plus 6.5. They're at the Philadelphia Eagles. I know Philadelphia's 9-1. They eked out, and Philadelphia. I needed them last week for that second half. I in the middle had 1,000 units for the Colts plus 7, and I took 500 or risked 550 units. Philadelphia minus 3.5 for the second half, and they were down 3-0 second half, and they scored that first touchdown. Now I'm in the money by half a point, and they got another touchdown. But they won the game that way by 1 point, 17-16. But they insured my second half bet, so I got a middle. As long as they didn't score again to lose my $1,000 unit one, I would have lost by 1 point. Like a botched kickoff return or something, or a botched punt or whatever. It does happen in the NFL. You got to be aware. They can score again too. Like the Commanders did in the last second when Philadelphia got the ball and they were doing this lateral crap. Jim Hassel of the Saints, watch out for this bullshit. Right on national television. I couldn't believe they didn't bleep that out with the 7-second relay. We're taking Green Bay plus 6.5. Philadelphia is still in the exhale part. Philadelphia is looking ahead. They got Tennessee coming in town. So Green Bay will be leaving Sunday, and they got to worry about Tennessee. And Tennessee beat them in overtime last year. Let me pull up really quick here. They beat them in overtime last year, 26-23, and they sacked Philadelphia 4 times last year. As far as front four, Tennessee's got a lot of injuries. I understand all that, and I talked about them in the Bengal game. Philadelphia doesn't know that. They know they got Tennessee coming in, and I think they might be overlooking Green Bay a little bit here. I'm getting Aaron Rodgers plus 6.5. The line was 7, down to 6.5. So money's coming in on Green Bay. I'm a little worried about that. It's 45-55 now, but it wasn't like that earlier in the week. The public, I always go against the public. Well, it's 58% Eagles, 42% Packers, was more in our favor. This hasn't been updated, so but money's starting to come in on the Packs. I'm a little worried, but we'll take it. I'm taking Aaron Rodgers 6.5, and if they're going to go on a run, they're going to do it now. And Philadelphia is still in its exhale. They're still in their exhale stage, and I like to go against teams when I see the exhale stage. Pick number 5, the Indianapolis Colts. I'm in such a hurry to make this video. This is take 3. I really got to get moving. So much money's coming on the Steelers overnight. It's now 58% Steelers money versus Colts 42%. That's in our favor. That's good for us. But on the covers.com, it's still 65-35 Colts for the Steelers. And like I said, I don't think this has been updated. And so I look at it every day. And money's coming on the Steelers, which is good. It's good for us. I think the Colts with Jeff Saturday, he's got him motivated. He should have won. He should have won the Philadelphia game. He'd be 2-0. Well, I can't believe they called it. It's incomprehensible. But they hired this guy with no experience, no coaching, and he should be staring at 2-0. And if he wins this game, he'll be 3-0. I mean, I'm subconsciously rooting for Jeff Saturday because everybody wants a chance in life, no matter what you're doing. Everybody wants a fair shot. Everybody wants a fair shake. And he knows football. He was the center for Peyton Manning for I don't know how many years. He knows football. Okay? Through osmosis, being around Peyton Manning. I mean, what kind of offensive line genius do you need to be? To be someone like Peyton Manning or a Tom Brady or Drew Brees or Aaron Rodgers or Ben Roethlisberger. I'm naming off the greats here. Joe Montana. I could go on and on and on. But Jeff Saturday's got that knowledge and he's put it to good use. But everybody, I'm going to add this here. I know the videos are too long, but the biggest complaint about how long the videos are. But when you're the head coach, see, people don't understand what the head coach does. They think he just gets, I'm the freaking boss. Do what I say. I'm going to cut you, get you cut. I'm going to go to general manager, get you fired. That's not what the head coach's job is. Head coach he manages all his departments, but more importantly, he motivates his players. George Allen, this is not part of the script. This just pops in my head, and they do this every video and every retake. It just popped in my head. George Allen he took these rejects and no one wanted. I mean, some people were out of football for 2, 3, 4 years. He'd bring them back. He knew the player lost a quarter of a step or half a step or even a full step. But if they tried hard and they used their experience, they could hang in there and get lucky at the end. I mean, I'm telling you, George Allen was a great motivator. And, Dallas Cowboys always had more talent than the Redskins did back in the 70s. But George Allen would find a way to be a thorn in their side, and every now and then he'd beat them. That's a head coach, is George Allen. Don Shula motivates the players, gets the most out. Tom Landry of the Cowboys, excellent example of coaxing the talent out of the players. So that's your job. And I'm telling you, I like what I see out of Jeff Saturday. I think he's going to be a great head coach if they keep him long enough. They don't just fire him when they have a bad streak. Pittsburgh Steelers, on the other hand, the team they're playing, is the NFL example in NFL history, going back 100-some years, that they have continuity. They've had 3 coaches that's 40-some years, or 50 years. Okay, they don't like to change coaches. They like the continuity. And look how many Super Bowls they got. It's worked for them. Although I think Tomlin is the weakest of the coach they've had since Bill Cowher retired. I don't think much of Tomlin. He inherited a great team and he's been managed to hang on. If it had been any other team, it had been gone. With some of the decisions he's making, he tried to kick the Ravens on the sideline, run for a touchdown. Old man Rudy would have fired him on the spot if Old man Rudy was still alive. But anyway, enough of that. So these are the 5 picks. We got the New England plus 2.5, the Bengals minus 1.5, Jets minus 6, the Packers plus 6.5, the Colts minus 2.5. So we're playing a number here. If it was 3, I'd pick a different game. 3.5, I wouldn't even take. I wouldn't do this. I would take a different game. I've never seen a season the lines are so tight with most of the games. How many years can you go back and see people like me and other handicappers too losing a game by half a point? How many times have you seen that ever happen? That's how tight these lines are. You got to line selection is really important. So those are the 5 picks. Now let's get to the teaser. I'm on a hot roll with teasers. I can't remember how many row I've won. So I'm due to lose one. I tried to lose one last week. The second leg of teaser, I picked a team that I was using on my contest. I took the Bengals and I made the Bengals plus 2. I mean, that's a poor pick. And if the Bengals would have lost to the Steelers, it's not going to be 2 points. It's been a field goal, 4, 5, 7, 10, 14, whatever. I mean, I tried to lose a teaser, and I couldn't do it. So I'm due to lose a teaser. So that's why I'm only having 1 teaser this week, because I'm due to lose one. And I'm not doing the minus 140 8-point chalkers. I'm doing a 6.5-point teaser, minus 125 juice, manageable. And we're taking the Falcons plus 11 and the Buffalo Detroit over. When I did this, when I put it online, it was 47.5 with the points knocking them off. So now the line's going up. Right now the over-under, the game just kicked off. The over-under is 54.5. This thing opened at 51. And the guy at work told me he saw a 50 offshore. He probably did. The guy's very credible. So they keep pushing this up and up. So I'm looking for points in this game. So, and how many times have you ever seen me do an over-under period? So my picks are on pregame.com. I already made the picks for the Thanksgiving game day picks here, for the Thanksgiving games here. So only one teaser. We'll see how I'll do with this teaser. If I win, then maybe I'll do 2 teasers next week. We'll see. We'll see how I do with other picks, because I'm getting into the zone, and I got to start peeling off some 5-0s. So happy Thanksgiving. I don't have time for graphics, but I'll have a second video for the Sunday games. So happy Turkey Day. I got to get this video up and out. Thank you, players. Enjoy your Thanksgiving Day. And I have to go to work tonight. I got called into work. So I understand. I was young once too. Thank you, players. Enjoy the NFL. Enjoy some turkey. God bless America. Always great day to be an American. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.